Mhm. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Anywho, darlings, I was like, ow, 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 my head is already hurting. I just have a short blip, or maybe short ish blip, about Jasmine, particularly her mother. So, from what I can gather, and no, this is no disrespect for anybody who has an accent, because I think everybody has an accent. I surmise that Jasmine's mother is Southeast Asian, particularly Filipino, and good for her for finding her way to live in another country that would give her better opportunities. No shade whatsoever. I do have a problem with her inexplicable way of interjecting and inserting herself from what we've seen in her daughter's life. Of course, she should be protective of her child. Who shouldn't be? Everybody should. But in the way that she dissected practically um, the person that is Bobby, I thought it was just crude. It's so carefully curated though, because a lot of Filipino moms do this. If they are not keen on the partner that their children have selected, they will carefully curate in their minds how to tear down that person. And hello, Exhibit A right here on our screens. Um, Again, I don't discount that she's very protective of her child and she should be, but the boundaries here, I don't think ever existed at all. Like as soon as she had the child, this child was going to be hers. She would never find a partner that would come close to what her mother has in mind for her, because surely it seems like her mother doesn't actually have any partner for her daughter in mind to go off and ride off into the sunset with. Like her mother wants her daughter to have partners, but never make it long term that would cause her closeness and proximity and access to her daughter to be, I wouldn't say diminished, but to have boundaries to where you're gonna have to call before you come over. Like, no, you cannot have the keys to the apartment or the house where we live in. Like, hello, you can't be stalking me. You can't be going through my phones and things. Like, you can't come over and think this is your house. That sort of thing. And I understand that she wants somebody who is at a similar level education wise as her daughter is a medical, what is it? Mental health nurse, which is prevalent for a lot of Filipinos to push their children into going in to the medical field because it's a sure thing, right? It's a sure job. People are almost always sick and there's always a need for them. However, I feel like these parents also harbor something called their own dreams deferred. They want to live out their dreams through their children. And it almost seems to me very apparent that Jasmine's mother is living out her dream or dreams through Jasmine. I'm not saying that Jasmine should sever completely her relationship with her mother. She needs to grow up, though, and set boundaries, or she's never going to find a partner who is going to want to stick around unless it's a partner that is like, I don't know, a 3D partner that her mom made. I don't know. it is like her mom was so rude. It didn't have to be that sort of tone. Like you can be gentle and firm, I feel, at the same time without cutting someone's child down. It's like, what if the tables were flipped and Bobby's mother was speaking to Jasmine in that way? I'm sure her mom would flip out. Like, hello. Anywho, I feel bad for Bobby. At this point, it's like I like them together, but if I was his friend, obviously we're not friends. We don't know each other in real life, but I feel like hopefully he found clarity, a little bit more clarity into what a relationship would be like if he were to pursue a marriage with Jasmine. Because even though she likes him right now during their honeymoon phase, to me, it's clearly apparent that her mother will also be like, I don't know, getting an apartment next to theirs or getting a room inside their apartment. And she's going to be, um, the judge and the jury in everything that they do. I mean, she clearly said, I want you to tell me everything that's going on in your life, in your relationship. And it's like, I'm with Jasmine in saying, I would not be sharing everything with you because then you would form an idea of my relationship based on what I had told you, um, whatever incidents there are, say, for example, a disagreement and such, then, you would always have that in the back of your mind and you would use that to tear down the relationship potentially. Or maybe you really are, you know. Um, yeah, I just look for somebody who was, and again, I'm not trying to diminish her um, intelligence or her capacity to express herself, but in speaking to Bobby, how she was saying that she prefers somebody with a college degree because they can express themselves better or they can um, converse well. She wasn't well, how should I say it? And again, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like, lady, if you're gonna call him out on his lack of education, you could at least converse in a, I want to say, elevated way. Um, and the way that you were conversing, the words that you were using, it wasn't like you were using Oxford level grammar either. Let's be honest. It seemed like in a lot of ways you were grasping for words to use to put together. I'm just saying. It's because she's so downright rude and demeaning towards him that I'm just like, ooh, I I get it. This show is all about drama, but like, wow, wow, yeah, not this one. Like Bobby, run, 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 mate, run as far away as possible. Go to a therapist. Forget about this. Forget about the two of them, because ooh, they both need therapy. Both of them. They have issues. Both of them. So, anywho, that's all I had to say about that. Do not come at me with tomatoes or eggs. Those are just my thoughts and opinions on Jasmine's mother, Marissa. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. Darlings, I know I say this at like nearly all of the endings of my videos. I'm like just looking at her on my screen is just irritating me some more. Anyway, so let's try to leave grace for others, but let's not be stupid and allow stupid to just, proliferate. I'm just saying, you can call it out if you see stupid, but do try to leave grace for others. And also, remember you're fabulous, so stay fabulous. And remember to always journey in gratitude. I shall see you all and talk to you all later. Silly for now. Bye.